And let me mute everybody. Okay, awesome. Thanks for being on, you guys. I'm going to talk quickly about some time management stuff because I think it's really important, and I think a lot of us probably struggle with this, and it's something that kind of just like gets put to the side because we have so much going on and we don't like ever really stay organized, right? So putting this into action is not easy. And it takes time. So it's like you have to invest in your time management in order for it to really pay off. So I just prefaced this call with that this is definitely going to take some time for you if you do really decide to do this system. And I'm not going to go into the full Franklin Covey system, but I will plug it because honestly, it's an amazing system, and Beachbody has partnered with Franklin Covey to make it more like geared toward Beachbody coaches who are also moms and who also have a full-time job and just who are crazy busy, right? So if you get a chance to go to the Franklin Covey training, you should absolutely 100% go. We'll be having one here in Green Bay, in the Green Bay area, in October-ish. So I'll be posting more about that as we get set up. Anyways, so let's get started. So the first thing that I really want you to do, like a homework assignment to do, is to write down the roles that you play, the most important roles that you play in your life. And I don't want you to get over 5, so it's got to be really specific. And so some examples of those roles would be Beachbody coach, wife or husband, mom, dad, runner, fitness instructor, cook, photographer, anything like that, like whatever your day job is. Okay. If you work at State Farm, whatever. So you have all of these roles. And these are the roles that are most important to you. So there's no more than 5 roles that you want to focus on in your life. And when the whole point is to say, these are the most important things in my life, and I will be scheduling time on my calendar for these things in my life. And I know it's weird to schedule time as a wife or a husband or as a mom or a dad, but I really like it because it gives me that reminder to step away from everything else I'm doing and to fully focus on that role. I feel like so many times we try and multitask and do so many things that we're never quite focused or present now in what we're doing, because we're doing so many things. Like we're talking to our kids, but we're also on our phone like, yeah, and doing so many things, right? I'm sure all of you guys can relate to that. So the whole point of this is to really give quality time in the roles that you play. And another role that I didn't mention that's really important is yourself, like you, like me, like Sarah Try, like taking care of me. So giving me time, like having renewal. And renewal can be anything like reading, taking a quick nap. It can be going for a massage. It can be getting your nails done. It can be going for a walk. Whatever that renewal time is for you that helps you get rejuvenated, that's really important too. So that could be a role that you play. So speaking of the focus, when you're doing that, one thing that they told us at Franklin Covey that was a really great time management tool was to take this and turn it off, like just turn it off. And I practiced that for quite a while, and I don't do it anymore. And it's really bad. I need to start doing that again. And when I say turn it off, I mean turn it off when you're doing things that that you don't need this, which is a lot of things. Why? Because I don't know about you, but here's me when I'm working. I'm typing, and I look at my phone. And then I'm working, and then I look at my phone. The only time I don't look at my phone if it's lost or if it's in the bedroom or if it's charging or something, right? But I get so much more done and I focus so much more if I'm not interrupted by my phone or my email. So just by turning it off and like completely removing that distraction is really helpful. Okay, so focus. Focus is the name of the game. Focus, and multitasking is so overrated. We don't need to be multitasking. Focus on what you're doing, get it done, and move on to the next thing. Okay. So when you have your 5 roles planned, that's when you schedule time in your calendar for those big things. And those are called your big rocks. Those are the things that are going to take up the most time in your calendar. So as a Beachbody coach, for me, that's my full-time job. So I need to have office hours. Like I need to put in my calendar, I'm working as a coach from 9 in the morning to 4 p.m. at night. And then maybe I'll have some time at night to do calls, like this team call or whatever else I do at night when I talk to a few people, right? So that's one of my big rocks. And then maybe one of my things is, spending time with Adam, or, when I have me time, like maybe I need to schedule in a few breaks in my day for me time. So you want to schedule all of that stuff first. For me, I'm also a fitness instructor, so I schedule time for my classes, and I schedule time to practice for my classes. So that's my fitness instructor role. A part of my renewal is going to yoga classes, so that is scheduled in as me time. That's like one of my big rocks. It's scheduled in and I do it. But what you want to do then is once you have like big chunks of time for your different roles, that's when you break it down into smaller tasks. So the things that I break down for my Beachbody coaching role would be like recruiting. So like what I talked about on the National Coach Call, and a bonus call that I added to the Team Triceps call files was a recruiting call on what you should be doing during your recruiting time. So maybe you decide to recruit or invite, or, there's a lot of things that go into recruiting, but maybe you decide to recruit 3 times a week, 1 hour, each time that you recruit, depending on how much time you have total for Beachbody. You've got to spread it out. And as a Beachbody coach, one of our most important things is checking in with our challenge group. So, that's a task that you're going to want to schedule in. Being a product of the product, that's a big part of being a Beachbody coach. So scheduling that stuff in, scheduling in your workout. So all I'm saying is you want to break it into tasks. Another thing that I do that I've gotten away from that I need to start doing again is scheduling time to answer messages. So scheduling time to go through my email, my Facebook messages, and my text messages. And if it's not on my calendar, if I'm not in that particular hour where I'm checking messages, I should have my phone off. I shouldn't be checking my phone. Okay, nothing is that big of an emergency that can't wait another 4 hours until I check my phone again, right? So you really just want to have conversations with people. If you do decide to change this up and do things like that, you want to have conversations with people in your life that say, hey, I'm really going to be working on getting better with my time schedule, and I'm only going to be checking my phone twice a day. Here's the hours that I'm going to be checking it. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm just only turning my phone on during that time. Okay. That for me, when I was practicing that, was amazing. So I'm really glad that I'm doing this call, because it gives me a good reminder that I should be doing that again myself. So really, I think that is like a really good base for you guys to like get some really good things on your calendar and kind of like situate your time. Like for me, I use Google Calendar. One of the other things that they really talked about was getting everything on one platform. So for a while, I was using all sorts of different things for lists, like for my to-do list, for my appointments. Well, now I use Google Calendar for everything. And I love Google Calendar because I can have my appointments and my to-do list for each day on my calendar. So let me show you what I mean here for those of you on the call. This is my Google Calendar. So I have here, like, these are all of my tasks for the day. A lot of times I just move them over. See, I can just move them over. and I can move them over, and I can move them over. This one is Team Call on Franklin Covey, so after I'm done, I can check that off. But really, here's my things. You know, I have one-on-one calls scheduled that are a certain color. I have different things, you know, I have a daily reflection where I look back at my day and I look at what I got done, what I can do better. You know, I've got my yoga in here. I've got PiYo and Insanity when I teach, just different things. And I schedule that all throughout, right? So this is by month. But really for me, Google Calendar and Google tasks have been really helpful for me in getting organized. So take little bits of this and implement it, you know, maybe small thing at a time. What I love about having a task list that's everywhere, I can get it on my phone, I can get it on my computer, my laptop, is that every time I think of something, I just throw it on my task list and I just say, okay, I think I can get that done tomorrow. I'm just going to put it on tomorrow's. And what I usually do in the morning is I look at my task list and I say, what absolutely needs to get done today? And then I go for those first. Those are the things that I need to get done. And then the other stuff is it's just kind of like, yay, I got it done kind of stuff, right? So anyways, that's really all that I had and wanted to share. Does anyone have any questions that they want to open up and ask? If so, you can just unmute yourself really quick. No? Okay, cool. Well, guys, thanks so much for being on. I'm just going to take a second here to plug Summit one last time. So for those of you that heard me on the National Coach Call, I talked about my story with Summit, and it really got me thinking a lot. Summit, going to my first Summit and making that investment in my first Summit was life-changing. Like looking back on it 2 years ago, I can't even believe how much Summit was a catalyst for my business and getting to where I am today. And where we are today is Adam and I are making 6 figures with this business, and it took a lot of hard work. Like it's not easy to get to this point, but getting to events and being surrounded by people that are going to push you and inspire you is absolutely needed to help you have that really strong foundation and belief in your heart, and to help you just get inspired and want this, because it really helps you see the possibilities with this business, and it just helps you grow and like I said, believe. Like it's in your heart. Like it will be in your heart when you leave Summit. So I know a lot of you are saying like, I can't go, I can't afford it, I can't, you know, there's just no way I can go. There is probably a way. Find a way. Ask family to borrow money. Have a garage sale. Put it on a credit card. Do something. Invest in yourself, because it will be paid back to you times 10 after Summit. Okay, so just get yourself to Summit, invest in yourself, and you will not be disappointed. May 31st, so this Saturday, is the last day to register for Summit online. After that, you have to actually like register at Summit, like at the event, and I think it's a little bit more expensive to do that. So if you want to make plans to do that, you've got to buy your ticket by the 31st. So anyways, with that, I'll let you guys go. I hope you have an awesome week. I hope you finish May strong. We've got a couple more days to sell P90X3 and TurboFire. TurboFire is such an awesome deal at $140. So make sure you're getting the word out there about those and finish the month strong. And happy summer. Finally, it's warm out. I mean, finally we have some warm weather. So anyways, I'll let you guys go. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for being on, you guys. Appreciate it.